a high bouncing ball to the backhand side, one of the most difficult shots in tennis. How do you deal with it? Well, you can go with either a slice, topspin. Now, if you're going to hit with slice, you've got to really keep the ball low, because if you hit a slice on that shot and it floats, it just sits up for your opponent and they take advantage of you. So if you're going to slice, you have to get the racket up very high. You've got to get the racket up extremely high and chop down severely to keep the ball low. So a slice can be difficult if you're catching the ball up here. The other option, if you're going to slice, is to move in and take the ball on the rise. But slicing a ball on the rise is not that easy timing. It's quite difficult, as a matter of fact. So you're going to have to figure out what works best for you. Now, your other option, of course, is to go with topspin. When you go with slice, of course, you're going to use a continental grip where the racket face is open. And with topspin, it's important that you really go way over on the grip. I call it a semi-western backhand grip, because you go way over. Notice how my racket face here is closed, extremely closed. But that makes it a lot easier when the ball is up high for you to keep the racket vertical. The more you close the racket face, the easier it is. I could hit a backhand up here and still be vertical, okay? And then you just keep going and aim high. That's key also. You want to aim, you know, a good 6 to 10 feet over the net, because you want you want to swing fast, generate a lot of spin, and keep the ball deep, bouncing high to your opponent. Give him some high backhands. Okay, just a couple of more points to keep in mind. You don't want to muscle this shot. You've got to be extremely loose and, you know, keep the hitting arm like spaghetti, very loose, and you just want to generate a lot of racket speed. So you don't want to try and muscle this shot. One of the biggest mistakes people make on a high backhand, you know, whether they're using one hand or two, they tend to want to come up and hit down, because they think, you know, hey, the ball's up here, I've got to bring it down. If I swing up on that ball, it's going to sail 20 feet beyond the baseline. But remember, it's the grip. Turn the grip to the semi-western backhand and then just come under. So you've got to get the feeling that you're under the shot. You're down here. The ball's up there. The ball's up here. But you're down here and you're coming up. But look, the racket is not open because you've got that extreme semi-western grip. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate a few, both the slice and the topspin. And I'm just trying to stay loose, get under the ball, swing up with a fast swing speed on the topspin. And on the slice, remember, I'm trying to get the racket high above the contact point. So even if you're hitting a backhand up here at shoulder height, you've got to get your racket higher than your shoulder because you want to be swinging down. So if the ball's up here, I'd recommend you got to go with topspin because it's too high. If it's down around shoulder height, you can get your racket up high enough to slice it. But once it gets up in this area, you've got to go for topspin. You've got to go up. Okay, here, I'm going to hit a few. That was a good deep one. No, I got to go up more. That was okay. Got to stay loose. Hitting arm, it's got to be like spaghetti. That was a good hit. If you keep your hitting hand nice and relaxed, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, you know, keep it at a 2 or 3, and then firm up a little bit when you make contact. Okay, now I'm going to try and slice a few. See, it floated. Gotta get up. There we go. That stayed down. Float. I don't want that. That's nice and low. In the net. Okay. That was a nice slice. Here's another one, decent one. That's the idea. See how I moved in, and I'm taking the ball more on the rise. I know I can get my racket higher than the ball when I'm hitting on the rise. Okay, here's some more hitting with topspin, hitting the high backhand with topspin. Notice how I'm going to be getting under the ball, swinging up, and I've got an extreme, I call it, you know, semi-western backhand grip. Okay, I'm going up. There we go. That's the idea. And keep the hand loose. You want to keep the hitting shoulder nice and relaxed. So you're going up. That's it. Up. I'm down, up. That's the idea. Now I'm going to use the slice. Remember, key is got to keep it low. So let's see how low I can keep the ball to the net. Ball has to stay low and skid. That was decent. Now I'm going to move in, hit it on the rise. Inside the baseline. Inside the baseline. And taking it on the rise. Now I'm in no man's land, taking it on the rise. There's that one. That was decent. Okay.